today's episode, I will show you the good, the rad, and the ugly. Greetings and salutations, Average Rider here. I recently purchased a used car with a little bit higher mileage, and there are some engine codes, and today I am hoping to clear those off. Let's get to it. This is the Cobb Access Port V3, specifically for the MK6 GTI. It's plugged into the OBD2 connector. Once it loads up, I can go into troubleshooting. From here, I can select read codes. There are 3 errors currently. P0101, mass or volume airflow circuit range / performance. P1277, system 2 lean off idle. And P1288, system 2 rich at idle. Now, the access port or another OBD2 scanner will let me clear the codes, but unless I fix the issue, they will just keep coming back. My son is here to help me show the items and then later to help with the install. The first item is an air straightener from Performance MRP. This gets installed after the air intake filter and before the mass airflow sensor. This one is the 3-inch diameter and is 5 millimeters thick. Its purpose, as it's named, is to straighten the air passing by the MAF sensor. Performance MRP claims it improves readings from the sensor and will fix lean and rich spikes, which will help throttle response and idle. Next up, we have new spark plugs from MK6. These are the PFR 7S8EG 1675 plugs. They have a heat rating of 7, which was the same as stock, I believe. Now, I'm told that the spark plugs were changed on this car 2 winters ago. That would be approximately 3 years, and I'm not sure how many miles were put on since. But when in doubt, change the spark plugs. And finally, we have the new APR coil packs. I have read that the stock coil packs in the MK6 era GTI weren't quite the best and could eventually cause misfires. The car appears to have the original coil packs, and as I'm a big fan of APR, this is what I chose. APR also claims 10% more energy output, and I am hoping this will help clear the engine codes. To start, we remove the engine cover. Unclip the wiring harness from the coil packs, and then pull out all the coil packs. These coil packs were in here quite tight, and it took a lot more effort to pull them than it appears. Next was to remove the spark plugs. After we pulled the coil packs, we looked down and could see the second cylinder spark plug was quite rusty. Not a good sign. I was worried that it was going to be rusted in place and hard to get out. It was quite the opposite. The spark plug was super loose. It was then that I realized that this was very likely the culprit. A loose spark plug could have caused the P1277 and P1288 readings. For something so simple to change on these engines, I don't know why spark plugs ever get to this condition. At least it doesn't appear that further damage had been caused. With the old spark plugs out, in go the new ones. I like to put them in by hand to ensure they aren't cross-threaded. After they're in, make sure to torque them to spec. Once again, I'm not going to say what torque setting we used, but that info should be easy to find on the manufacturer's website. Then the new coil packs simply pop back into place. Then reconnect the wiring harness. Finally up is the Performance MRP air straightener. I have to remove the Cobb intake to gain access to the filter. At this point I can remove the filter. If the filter were dirty, this is when I would also clean it, but this one looks okay to me. I simply press the air straightener in, it has a lot of friction and should stay put, but I will check on it in a few days and put some rivets in just to hold it in place. After that's all in, just put everything back. Then we're back in the car to clear the codes. The next step is the best part. Just drive the car and see if any of the codes come back. I have a few other areas to check if they aren't quite cleared, but I am hopeful. It's now been a few days, and as I'm driving the car daily, I've put on a few hundred kilometers. It's been started and stopped numerous times, and the codes have not come back. I will do an update if anything comes up. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.